Hey, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here, coming to you, well, not live, is it? Because I'm recording this. But I'm recording at my brother-in-law's house. One thing that my brother-in-law has great in this place is wonderful lighting, at least in this area. They got track lighting in the hallway, and I'm in the hallway. I come in through the front door, and there's the wall right there, and I'm right in the corner because I don't have internet and phone anymore because I don't have money. Oh, okay, this is the latest. I am having to reinstall and to try VSDC again because right now not being able to use Wondershare is crippling. I mean, Windows Movie Maker 6.0, the one that they made for Vista, is good. That's a wonderful editor for what it is. It's only got one video track, one audio track, etc., etc., etc. But it's open architecture, and you could add to it that just made it a powerful editor. Windows Live Movie Maker, closed architecture, stripped more than half. It's only got about a third of the functionality of 6.0. It's a waste now. I would not waste my money on it. This one guy, there's this one show that comes out. My network does a show, and one of the things on the network show was the guy started talking about which editors he would use, and he said he wouldn't even use Windows Live Movie Editor. Frankly, he'd rather use PowerPoint to make his videos than use Windows Live Movie Maker. I agree. But hopefully this is going to work. I've got this up. You can't see it. That's all right. I'm just going to test it. I'll edit out the silence between. I mean, you know I smoke medical pot. And if it weren't for that, I wouldn't even have a life. I was almost couch bound from pain. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't sign my name. My hands hurt so much. I couldn't do anything. It was sad, and I was taking 20 prescription meds for pain, and I was wasting away. Couldn't do anything. Medical pot, I'm up, I'm doing stuff. I've given my walker away. So I got a thingy here. Oh, there's a key. She's a good kitty. I got a box. It's a real cool box. It's got a sad history to it, of course. Everything I own does. This is an ActiVox box. It's a box with a handle, and it's just about this big. It's making a lot of noise when I do that, and there's a reason for it. This box housed the inner box for my dead wife's portable oxygen machine. So we sent the machine back. She didn't need it, and I still got this box, and it's a pretty cool box because it's got that flap there that folds over the top there, and then this one folds over. But not only does it fold over, you put the cardboard flaps in place, and the first flap hangs on. And then the inner one, you set this over here and over here. Well, it flopped out. And then you got your handle and you carry it. Now, I don't have it this way yet, and I'll show you why. At a local dollar store, I found a container where they had 10 of these little, they're like 0.29 ounce or some ridiculously small amount of a number. And like this, we've got me divided up right here with like, here's day 2. I've got day 1 through 7. And there's, during the daytime hours, pot. We've got the night divided up the same ways. For my teeth coming out, I had to buy this. This is a bottle of it's Bob's Best Oils Tincture.
I just want to make a quick interjection on these tinctures and such. You just make sure they're a little shook up. And they're filled with emulsifiers, which means you don't just like gulp it or anything. It goes under your tongue, and then you hold it in your mouth as long as you can. Emulsifiers split things so that the normally there's surface tension, which keeps even just water has like a film, a tough film on it that's just surface tension. It's just what physics does. Emulsifiers help break that down, and you absorb through your mouth and all that, all the stuff, instead of it going through your digestive system. That one's more of a this one's more of a THC active, but even THC is a painkiller. So this is a pretty big container of oil, and I've got a smaller one here, not as full, that's high CBD sativa dominant. So even though it's a sativa dominant, which is more of a daytime energizing plant, and the indica is more of a body relaxing plant. So you have to be careful that you don't just get, number one, you get couch bound, and number two, you get forehead anchor. Because then you're gone for hours, you know, and that's what it's indica does. That's what it's for. That's why it's for nighttime. So they don't fall asleep in the day, and you don't take an energizing sativa just to, you know, but when you're about to go to bed, because that's going to keep you up. This too, it's the whole emulsifiers thing. Now I'm going to be the emulsifiers. It just goes blah and spreads like madness through your mouth, because it's breaking down the surface tension of everything. It's pretty tasty. But again, these are for if you can't smoke or you prefer not to smoke. I'm not going to be able to in just 2 more days. Not for about 10 days after that. After you get your teeth out with the blood clot that forms in it, it's like the first 72 hours you don't even want to take carbonated beverages. And it's like, so that's for 3 days you can't do that. And then it's like for 10 days you don't use any suction, like you don't suck on a straw, or you're careful when you're sucking on a bottle or can. Oh, you just gotta be so careful, because too much suction and it pulls the blood clot out of the socket, and then you're in pain and agony. So I'm using that. It's going right into the wounds, and when it can't go right into the wounds, because actually all my upper teeth are coming out this time, because the emulsifiers, it doesn't even have to go directly into the wound. I just have to put it down here, and it goes whoosh, and spreads. It's going to help. It's going to help big time. It's going to help me heal up real good, because the hole I had in here last time, I put that oil directly into the open wound, and it healed up in 4 days. It's never happened before. 5 days, actually. Total, grand total. Don't want to make it sound like it's a miracle thing. Too much of a miracle when it's just a miracle, not mega miracle. 5 days, cleared up. Never done that before. Back to our regularly scheduled thingy. That's my finger.
I'll need to go and buy some drinks and some cookies and you know, brownie type things, because I can't smoke for 10 days without destroying my teeth. I mean the clots and the holes. And Tuesday is when we're gonna start pulling them out. I'm gonna have them start with one over here, and then we're probably gonna pull these out to go with them. So I'm going to be hurt, and I'm going to be talking funny for a while because I ain't going to have no front teeth. Not that I sound all that clear and not funny right now when I talk. But this time it'll be because I don't have any teeth and not just because I'm being insane in the membrane. So what I want to do is what I want to do, and I haven't done yet because I can't. Oh crumbs, Agent P, they've caught us. And nights, and then there's like extras for times that are extras, stash, indica nights. I've got some to put. This is terpene organically infused marijuana. And so there's Dreamsicle, which has, it smells like an orange creamsicle. And cotton candy, which smells and tastes like cotton candy. It's kind of cool. Okay, so there's just this. You know, this is, it looks like a lot. This is nothing. It goes fast. The box is what I think is cool. What I want to do is this. I'm going to get some, because I got to cross the street, I can always just go to the craft place like at Walmart. And see how deep these are? Like, maybe, oh, bloody hand, this way. About maybe 1.5 inches. If I put inch and a half of foam down here, cut circles, I can squidge in as many of those as I can, hop in the next layer, put in holes, do the same thing until this is all filled up with a month's worth of pot, because that's what I like to do. I get a month's worth, and then because you know I only get paid once a month, I gotta buy it once a month. So I buy what I need at the beginning of the month, use as I go along, and then hope that I've got enough to last. But this is a cool box, and if I put that stuff here and then fit those in with it, I've got myself a system that recyclable, and that it's always going to be filling. Small, because it's just this box. And when it's all done, you know, and they're in place, then it's just slap these in, got the handle, and I'm good to go. I think that's an awesome box. I love that. I'm also going, I just right at the bottom. I'm floating down here. I'm a disembodied head. Glad to meet you. I'm a disembodied head. That's odd. Let's see. Ah, yes, the next project. I'm actually going to be doing a web series without it being a web series. Because I get lonely over here at my brother-in-law's place, and so I bring my hamsters. And I separate them as best I can if they're unhappy about being together. But they're still of such an age that when I put them in there, they're sleeping on top of each other. Because, I mean, they don't even complain. They just wander around, eat some food, and then they clamber over, hop into piles, and then start eating and sleeping. So that's cool. But I'm going to have a thing. It's called Bamsters. It's going to be a collection of live action with, you know, clips, just shots, screenshots with word balloons and sound effects and words and sounds. And it's going to be pretty cool. You know, so it's going to be the Bamsters, the bio-assisted mechanoid trans something or other. And I was like, come on, guys, get it together. You're Bamsters. You're not. And then insert name of band guys. Then I'll have her like walking, you know, and then there'll be the other hamsters just sort of sleeping. It's going to be fun. There you go, little guy. There you go. That's been 15 minutes. After I edit out the junk, it's about 15 minutes. So I think we're good. I've talked about some of the things that I was really wanting to talk about. Hopefully just my hand, not attack my face or anything. So, thumbs up. Hey, you like what you see, you like what you've heard, and toss me a like. And if you, if you like what you see and like what you hear, why not subscribe too while you're at it? And if you have, want to share the video, someone might want to see it, maybe. And I'm counting on you to help advertise. Word of mouth. And word of text, too, I guess. I don't even know what the word for that would be. That's not important. God damn, that hurt, too. Any comments? Write them down below. I read them and write them. No, I read them and answer them, but I don't write them. I don't really have any... Oh, that's... I don't really have my links up yet. I will. But there's the GoFundMe, the Patreon, everything. Oh, my arm is like... You know how when your hand goes to sleep, or your leg goes to sleep, just before it goes into pins and needles, it's numb? It's numb. It's pre-pins and needles numb. And then it's driving me nuts. Because it also itches, and so. I'll see you on the flip side. You take care. Good nerve.